Hello, and welcome to my presentation, 5 Reasons Why Professional Photographs Are Better Than a Selfie. I'm Sandra Costello, and I am a portrait and personal branding photographer located on Cape Cod, but traveling all through New England and beyond. I am so happy to be here today, and I'm thrilled to have you with me. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about professional photographs and what they can do for the success of your business and how to boost confidence. So, let's get going. As I said, I'm Sandra. I help women who need professional photography to elevate their business, build their confidence, and step into their power. That is one of my favorite parts of what I get to do in my job, and I'm thrilled to be able to share that with you today. One of the things I discovered over the years is that when it feels like you're with a friend, it allows you to relax and be yourself and really just be present. And so, one of the things that I try to do is get you out of your head, put you at ease so that you can really share all of what is really great about you. And then I get to capture your true essence. So, we'll talk a little bit about that today. And we will also talk about why I think you need more than a headshot. And I think you'll see that as we go through some of the photographs within my presentation. It'll give you a sense of why you might need more than just a quick headshot of yourself. Um, Before I continue, I'm going to tell you about my next little piece that I'm going to share. It's a quick little video, and it is it's selfies taken by clients of mine, and then that's contrasted against the photos that I took of them. And so I hope that you'll be able to see the difference between a selfie and something that I might put together for you. So let's take a look. All right, there you have it. Do you recognize yourself in there somewhere? I mean, we've all done it, right? And there's no shame in it. But I think you can probably see the difference between a selfie and a photograph taken by a pro, making you really look your best. You are your brand. Your confidence is a connector, and I really do believe that. When you are feeling grounded in who you are and who your brand is and what your message is, it's really easy to see that in someone. And when you're feeling confident and you're feeling good about yourself, people naturally want to connect with you. So, part of what happens in this process is not just by having a good photograph, it is about something more than that. It really elevates you as a business owner and as an individual as you put yourself out in the world. So, we're going to talk about 5 reasons why professional photographs are better than a selfie. And the first one is the know, like, and trust factor. And you may have heard of that before, and is about you making an impression. It really is about you. I think we know that people like to buy from people they know, like, and trust. If you think about the people that are in your life who you like to patronize, folks that you really love to going to over and over again, your hairdresser, um, car dealership, wherever it is that you find yourself raving about and sharing with your friends, there is a reason for that. Probably you've developed a relationship with that particular vendor or um, whomever, and you want to be able to share that with other people. And that doesn't happen overnight. Right? It really takes time. And not only that, but there are many touch points along the way. So, for example, with your hairdresser, maybe you go every 6 weeks. I know I do. So, you're building that relationship every time you see that person. And that is true for when you're in business. And it is true for the number of touch points that you put out there in order to establish yourself and to connect with people. So, we're going to talk about Dr. Jolie Hamilton, who's in this photograph right here. She's a client of mine, and we've worked together a couple of times. And when Jolie came to me for this last photo shoot, which was a little over a year ago, she was ready to lean into the work she's doing. She's a relationship coach for couples who color outside the lines. And if you want to learn a little more about her, you can at listentojolie.com. But Jolie knew exactly what she wanted from this last shoot. She wanted to come across as confident, as an expert. She wanted to be a little flirty. She wanted to show a playful side, and other qualities that she brings to the work that she does. And so we were able to do that with different outfits, different looks, different props, all kinds of things that really created a library of images that she could use for all of the touch points that she puts out in the world. So I'm going to flip to the next side or next slide, because these are just a couple of ways in which she is sharing those photographs. And this is how she is building that relationship so that people know who she is. And after some time, really connect with her and trust her. So she's a speaker. So she has a one sheet that she uses to send out. She has an Instagram, a very active Instagram account where she shows up live and shares pictures of her. She also has a podcast and is often a guest on podcasts. So she has a whole collection of images of herself that she gets to use in different ways depending on what she's up to. So, Instagram, podcast guesting, a speaker sheet, her website, her email signature, online articles, interviews, you name it, she's got it and she's making it happen. Stunning portraits happen when your heart is relaxed and open. If you think about your favorite candid photo that's been taken of you, isn't it usually at a time when you're hanging out with friends or you're at an event where you're just feeling really joyful and you're not really aware of yourself? Yeah, that's the kind of feeling that you want in a photo shoot. And that's really tricky to do for yourself when you're snapping a selfie, but a lot easier to achieve when you've got someone on the other side of the camera who is really looking to get you at your best. Findability. The web is cluttered. What does that mean? This is number two. Well, it means that the web has so much going on that you have to kind of figure out ways to differentiate yourself. And that can happen in a lot of different opportunities, right? So, um, one of the things to keep in mind is content, right? So, if you have good quality images, that is going to raise your SEO, which stands for search engine optimization. There are so many ways to pull people toward your site, to bring them toward your blog, to create opportunities for more traffic, easier to find you. And one way to do that is good photographs. Um, can you do that with cell phone photos? Absolutely. You can include that in the mix. I mean, I think we want a little bit of both. That allows folks to really see your personality and make those connections and see your kind of everyday life. Um, I'm going to tell you a little story about Kelly Coffey, who's in this photo, and she is a personal trainer. And the thing about Kelly Coffey is that she is not like your everyday personal trainer. And so when I photographed her, I knew that I wasn't necessarily going to get her in spandex and a pair of sneakers. We were going to do something really different because she's a badass. And She also connects with her clients in a very different way than most personal trainers. So, in order to show her true personality, we talked about ways that we were going to do that. Now, I'm going to bring you to the next slide because there's a photo of her here that I love. And she always pulls this photograph out when she is truly looking to connect with her ideal client because she has found through, you know, through tests that this particular image really speaks to the folks that she wants to connect with. It doesn't look like your typical personal trainer. There's something else going on in this image, and she is able to leverage that and really highlight her superpowers through unique images that she has used over and over again. And I would say that that is true of the other women in these photographs. Um, we have Linda, who is an artist. She's being photographed with her artwork. And then we have Dana, who is a life coach. And, both of these women have great personalities and a sense of style. And that is being brought into these images. It is one way to really differentiate yourself from the competition. Let's chase your dreams. That is how I feel every time I get to work with a woman who is ready to move to the next level with her business. She's either in a place where she knows how she wants to be photographed and it feels that energy in her life at that time, or she is ready to project it into an image that she is working toward. Either way, we are working toward her dreams. Okay, number three, virtual presence. Let your essence shine. What does that mean exactly? All right. So, one of the things I love about a personal branding shoot that is a little different than just a headshot session is that we're really going to get into what your brand is all about and how we can create a library of images so that you have so many opportunities to show up. Right? Because when you show up and you're able to share the message of what you do and what you do in only your way, then people remember you. And when they remember you, they know to call on you. So I was talking to someone recently, and they were saying how hard it was for folks to just rise above the top. Like, we were saying, gosh, do you have to go running around naked? No, I don't think you need to go to that extreme. But I do think when you're considering images that you want to put out in the world for folks to remember you, you do want it to connect to your personality and you do want it to connect to how you operate, right? That what makes you unique. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that and we're going to talk about opportunities that come your way and opportunities that you create yourself. So in this picture here um, is Ashley Cole, and she is a true light inside and out. She's a dancer. She is a business owner. She is a inspirational speaker, and she's a coach. And when Ashley came to me, she knew she wanted a collection of images, but she felt really she was unsure of how to begin that process because, believe it or not, Ashley can get a little shy in front of the camera or awkward or whatever it is. And it's something that we all feel. It is not unique to Ashley. But because I had photographed her once before, we had a relationship, and she knew that by collaborating, we would be able to create something that felt really good to her and looked like her. And I think there are a lot of women who are really unsure of how to put themselves out there. But when they're able to connect with a photographer that puts them at ease, then they can totally shine. I mean, look at this photograph of Ashley. Doesn't she just look like she's going to bring the light? Yeah, well, she did. So let's move on to the next slide because you're going to get to see a collection of her images. And This was a full day shoot, so know that in order to capture something like this, it can take a little bit of time, but it doesn't mean it can't be fun, which it was. Um, what's so amazing about this library of images that Ashley has is when someone comes to her and says, I want to interview you for an article, I want to feature you on our website, I would love to have you as a speaker. Ashley has a whole collection of images that she can pick and choose from depending on the mood that she wants to set and depending on the side of her personality that she wants to share. So she's ready, which is part of what makes an opportunity successful. Being ready, being in the moment. And now Ashley is totally ready. And if you are feeling love for your photographs, then I think you're also going to want to try and find opportunities in which you can put yourself out there even more, which is an incredible way for you to grow your business and to grow your brand and to grow yourself. Okay. So let's move on to, oh, you know what? I also have Ashley's video. So I'm gonna show you what her little marketing video looks like. Okay, here we So there's Ashley. She's awesome. You get to choose your visual footprint. I love that. I love that. You get to be the one in control of how people see you. Whether you want to be playful, quirky, sexy, you name it, you can do it. And that's part of what happens in a personal branding photo shoot and goes beyond a headshot. Okay, visual storytelling. Show, don't tell. This is number 4. With all that you're investing in your business, it's probably easy to think, oh, I'll just take a couple of selfies, or I'll use some royalty free images, stock images, and all of that is good. But this is a time for you to stand out. And this is the time to start thinking about ways in which you want to present yourself very uniquely. I want to tell you a little bit about Toby Miles, who is a writer. Now, for a number of years, that was how Toby was sharing herself. She was writing things. It was how people knew her. She's a copywriter and a content marketer. And she decided last year, that she really wanted to show herself. And so she contacted me and we worked up a plan and we created a whole collection of images for her to launch her new website and for her to really put herself out there as a speaker and as an expert in what she does. And it was a really incredible opportunity for her to really dive into her authentic self, which you're going to see a little bit in some of the next photos. It allowed her to show parts of herself that she could then talk about with her clients. And that was really, really exciting. All right, so let's move on. All right, so these next photographs are a couple of pictures of her website. And the thing about Toby is that she loves to ride her motorcycle. And so she brought her riding leather jacket with her. I think at first she wasn't gonna do it because she thought maybe it was too much, but what an interesting place for her to, connect with her clients, to talk about writing, to talk about what it means to be a badass, which she certainly is, but she's a very kind, gentle badass, and that's part of what I love about Toby is that she gets things done, and she does it in her own way. But, um, being able to share that is a really amazing opportunity for her to do the storytelling, not just from the point of view as a writer, but as an individual, and to really push that a little bit. Now, I have her video, which we're going to look at as well. This is a little marketing video that I put together for her from her photo shoot. Okay, so the beauty of these marketing videos is they are 1 minute long and you can put them anywhere. And it just gives people a snapshot of who you are and what you do. In a noisy universe, your photos tell your story louder than words. And I think that is absolutely true these days. This is a photograph of one of my clients. In this photograph, she's got pictures in the background of her family, and she has a pennant hanging that says Black Lives Matter. And this says something about her. She's connected to her community. She's an activist and she is ready to get to work. And just by looking at this photo, you know all of that. Okay, number 5, credibility and quality. Elevate your brand. Let's talk about that. So, one of the things that I feel like professional photographs does for your brand is that it tells your clients that they can expect quality from you. Because you have made the investment in yourself to create a library of images that show your best side and show perhaps parts of what you do, then I think that speaks volumes about how you operate in your business. Leslie is a perfect example of that, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about her in just a moment. But before then, I want to say first impressions say so much. Did you know that you only have 8 to 10 seconds to really capture people's attention? It's not much time. And so we've got to do what we can quickly online to really um, get people interested and engaged in what we're doing. So I want to tell you a story about Leslie. Leslie, unlike most people, or like most people, I should say, doesn't really like having her photograph taken, and it makes her super anxious. But she knew the value of having photographs taken of her beautiful shop and her beautiful self. And she had recently opened a shop in Sandwich, Massachusetts. She's an interior designer and an artist. And um, she knew that she needed photographs for her website and social media. So we talked about what the focus was. And I wanted to share a collection of images with you of her and her beautiful, beautiful shop. Now, these are just a few things, but in order for us to get the full picture of who she is, we need photographs of her shop and what she offers, but we also need pictures of her. And Leslie is a beautiful subject to photograph, and she is a lovely person. So, just some things to note as you're kind of thinking about the story that you're telling for your business and how you put yourself out there. Okay, so as we continue, I want to tell you this: it's your time and you're ready for the next step. And I really believe in you. If you've been thinking about photographs for yourself, but you're unsure, well, a couple things. The first is let's chat. Two, um, I'm going to be doing a quick question and answer session right after this live. So I hope that you'll stick around and you can come in and ask me any question you like about moving ahead with a photo shoot so that I can help you feel a little more at ease about really showing up for yourself. It's true. It is now your turn to see your full, authentic self. And I want to be the person to be there to help you with that. As a thank you, I have created a PDF that is on my website and easy to sign up for that has all the information from this presentation. So if you visit sandralovesyou.com, and at the first, on the first page at the top, you'll see a little bar and it will tell you 5 reasons why professional photographs are better than a selfie. And if you look that up, you'll be able to get a copy of this presentation in PDF format. But until that time, I do hope that you'll stick around for a live Q&A and we can talk a little more about um, making a plan to really have beautiful photographs of yourself. If you're not able to stick around, I hope that you'll connect with me online. I'm all over the place. So you can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. And in all of those places, I'm at Sandra Costello Photography, which is the name of my business. And I hope that you'll look me up or friend me on Facebook because I would love to keep this connection going and and watch you soar. So thank you so much. Hope to see you soon. Bye.